Alright, we're gonna, well, actually, let's flatten those guys out first. Then we'll add a little bit of volume to the sides of them. Push that metal around. Headache's not so bad anymore. Maybe the tequila's helping. What do you know? Maybe we'll do another shot. Maybe we'll flatten the top a little bit as well. Oh. Our undo seems to be broken. Fix it up. Go. Alright, for this part we're gonna hide the cape and actually push this flatness of the top across the rest of the mesh. I'll hide the cape too, I'm gonna keep selecting it by mistake. Was that not the cape? Nope, that was a gauntlet. We also have the shield in the scene. We have a lot of crap in the scene. Oh my god. Is that you? Nope, that's a loincloth. It's a really weird angle to take the screenshot of the model for us. Alright, finish this off. Actually got a bad angle there. We're gonna fix it. Went a little too far in the wrong direction.
Cause you are a strong man. Yes, you are a strong man. Because you are a strong
Alright, we're probably never gonna see under there, so I'm gonna spend a lot of time down there. Gonna make the top part a little bit prettier. Better use of our Zbrush time. So we can move on to the hair hopefully tonight. Hey, what's up, Beliefs? Bjelvs? I always mess up your name the first time I see it, dude. I'm sorry, man. Fucking Sith. Alright, that's good enough for that part. Let's just build up a little bit of volumes here and there. Our smooth is pretty high too, I forgot to turn it down. You just set my smooth at around 60. Good middle ground for giving you more precision when you want to smooth things out. Fuck, man. Alright, well, I don't feel so bad no more. And just in case somebody has our shoulder item, but not our back item, I want to make it look like this back piece maybe attaches to the shoulder somehow, or still has a little bit of wear. Not crazy amount like the other side, but maybe just a little bit. Not a lot. And then let's make like a fake attachment to it somehow. Maybe this part here, we just build up. Do this the easy way. Just mask it out. And make a little latch on it. Whoops. Or I could use the marquee and then that a lot faster, but whatever, it's done. Do that one more time. That'll work. Whoa! Gotta hide that shield. Right, we're gonna hit everything. Okay. And we want this angle to be a little steeper so that it picks up on the flat texture that's going to be on the ring. We're actually adding these extrusion on the low polygon. So just be normal map. And we'll clean it a bit more so it's smoother as well. Or make it leather, I don't know. See what we do. Not sure yet. Without that edge. Hell, we'll have to hide everything again. And I don't want to subdivide everything like another time just to get like super smooth stuff here. This is all gonna be on a 256 by 256 texture for Dota 2. So the stuff we're doing right now is gonna be just perfect for that resolution. Clean it up as much as we can, but no need to go another subdivision and refine everything one more pass, you know? This will do. We can always make it sharper in Photoshop as well, if there's little pixels here and there. And again, better use of our time. Alright, and then for good measure we'll throw maybe a little bolt there perhaps. I don't like using stencils for everything. Then, if this is leather, which I'm thinking it is, we'll make this guy kind of push the leather around it. A little bit of its own bevel. And if this deforms a little bit because we're using really like very few polygons on the low poly, sometimes when there's quads, triangles, you know, moving in some weird UV wrap, sometimes you need to go back into the UVs and deform them a little bit more so that you deform your bake. Like this circle might not be a perfect circle when it gets baked down, so still fix it afterwards, no big deal. Okay, let's hide that shield again. We'll have a version of this file with all that, the shield and the cape, just so we can save the files quicker. We save them so much as we work on it. Alright, that's done. Fine. Let's move on. With the triple G. Alright, and the left ring and strap are going to be mirrored on the UV, so we have to worry about those guys. The only thing that's not going to be mirrored is this middle section, this guy right here. And I made that with unique UV so that we can put a little bit of a shadow here underneath it, so it looks different, and we put a couple of different scratches on it as well. And that'll be enough to make it look like it's not mirrored, even though the parts out here are going to be mirrored, just not this piece here. Would be nice. Okay, now after I did this, I guess day before yesterday, we did the Zbrush, or the starting Zbrush for the helmet here. You guys can see we smoothed it out, and we did the framework for it by doing a mask and then extruding that out, and then we kind of go in over it a little bit, kind of like with there was a brush called like a mallet before, but we just used an H polish, and we gave it that vertical kind of feel, kind of metallic, man-made feel to the shape of it. Excuse me. And then also kind of sharpened the front bit there and flattened it out, so it creates a much more interesting design for the part of the helmet. And that's going to get baked into the normal map really well, and you'll see the light actually fake this inside of the game model, which doesn't obviously have that many polygons to really carry that. See, this is it right here, but that little bit will actually show up with the lighting in game. It'll look really nice.
If time is all we have, I want to spend it right. No fear of what's to come.
That's our LOD 1,
Be close tonight.
340 polygons, and here's our LOD 0, which is going to be almost 400 polygons. What up, gut? Oh shit, Harley, what's up? You're here early again. What's going on? Lot less work at school? Well, this is exercise bringing down the frame rate quite a bit. I wonder. Not a monitor. I don't know. I'll troubleshoot later, I guess. Alright. Alright, so I was going to show you guys the stuff that I did for the UVs. Did I move those? I must have deleted them when I was making the next LOD. Okay, no worries. I'll just do that part again. Alright, here's our UVs. Mirrored UVs. And what I wanted to try and do was maybe make the left cheek section unique from the right side, so we can put different scarrings on there, or battle-worn sections on it. And the forehead, I already left a little bit of space there, so that can also be mirrored. So let's grab this guy. Just the pieces we want to mirror across, and the spaces we have room for, which I already tested out. So it's gonna be those pieces there. I'm gonna just pull them away and flip them. Oh crap, we have self-selection on. which carries over to our UVs. Alright, there we go. Now we can rotate these guys and just throw them over here somewhere. And we can grab the rest of these guys and just move them down. Don't need them. Okay, yeah, we'll just put them down here, no big deal. Alright. So we can grab our right side of the forehead of the helmet and try and position it in a better place. We'll merge it later and make these guys actually be welded together, those vertices and edges. But I think that's gonna be unique now, which means we can put like a very Spartan scar across the eye, which I really think is super cliche, so I tend to not want to do that, so I'll probably do a different scar on it. But just something that says, you know, she takes the battle on, you know, in the front, so that's where we'll put most of the scars in the front. We did something similar with our Phantom Assassin's helmet, actually, for the hero bundles, but it looks really, really good. You just got out of work? I forget, Harley, where do you work? I probably asked you before. Okay, now this piece is so large that I probably can't fit it anywhere. Let's just try it real quick. We'll grab all these guys. And... oh, what the hell, even the inside, I guess. Don't need the back. We'll probably need the bottom either. So little, I guess it doesn't really matter. Let's see what we do. Really don't think we'll have space for this guy anywhere. Yeah, if anything, I think we just do the front strip, then hide the seam there with maybe a slash going maybe halfway through it, and that'll be enough. Maybe like a little detail up there, and that'll hide the seam, the specular seam, because you know it's never actually like super perfect. Hey, what's up, C? Thank you for the follow. So we'll see. Scour over the left side of the lips. With the lips. Oh, like on the cheek over here somewhere. Yeah, we'll try something, but not just over the eye. You know, that's just. We also have to try and leave space actually on here for the hair, if we are to actually combine the hair into the slot item for the helmet. And the hair can just be one strand really, and can just mirror across all of them. But I mean, that's still pretty long strands of hair with little straps on them. Ah, right, FedEx. That's right. Oh man, who was that? Let me find out who that was. Who was that? Little Rainbow. Welcome to the LiveWorkshop, man.
But she said, trust me, these are the stories we will tell.
You're all beat up. Did the wall of boxes collapse on you? I had a summer job like that once. I filled up it wasn't FedEx trucks, but I filled up and I made like the walls out of the boxed products on the trailers. So we filled up the entire trailer from front to back. And that job sucked. Pink Ninja, you spend all your day getting ready for a DOJ audit. That sounds pretty bad too. Okay. This left side. What the hell do we do? Well, first we have to flip it. Okay, now that it's flipped, we can just grab part of it that we want. Part of it that we want. Whoop. We'll just discard that other side. We're gonna cut up the mesh and just keep what we want. And it'll be easy. Believe me. Alright, so now this piece. Let's see, where is it actually the best place for you? Probably up here. Salvage even that little bit for something else. But yeah, let's just stick you up here. Alright. And now we'll grab this dude. We probably can't really fit anywhere. What do you like, the back of something or the front? Oh, it's the front, okay. This front piece can actually be lower polygon or lower UV space than its other, like the other default things. It's not as important. I'm just gonna scale it down a tiny bit just to fit it in here and make really good clever use of this UV space for our texture. And then I'm just gonna warp these guys a little bit just so that everything fits. Nice, really nice. Department of Justice. Okay. I gotta do my taxes still. Damn. And then you guys spend 3 hours playing poker? Well, that doesn't sound like work at all. Manny, do you watch pro Dota games? Yes, Jody, I do. I've been missing actually quite a bit of them recently, but I try to watch, you know, whenever I get the chance. Absolutely. If I'm working on something, I'll usually have them running on one of my monitors. But yeah, I think the last games that I watched was a little bit of the Alliance game a few days ago. And then today, I think I watched a tiny bit of the VG game. It was VG versus Newbie. VG came on top. Spoiler alert. Oh, fuck. Oh, these are the backs, I think. Oh no, these are the insides of the helmet, I think. Let me see the inside here real quick. Where are you guys? Actually, I think those are the back. Yeah. Back of the top tips. Okay, so those guys we probably want to leave the same size. This is the inside of the helmet, which I already scaled down quite a bit. And I really don't care about the quality of that. It's just going to be a darker color. Doesn't have to have any detail at all. And it only shows up really in LOD 0 anyways. Half of it, you know. So I'm going to keep it on the side until we do the hair UVs. And see how many hair strands I can fit on here. I can probably do 2 or 3, I'm guessing, with the space that I see around. So like 1 there, 2, and then 3. And then just replicate that across the rest of them. That's why I kept all these guys in strands. There you go. See, 1 strand, another strand, another strand, and another strand. So yeah, I just have to make sure that those guys will fit in the end. But I'll leave room for those guys. The only thing I need to really fit on here is the back of this top pieces for the helmet. And I was looking at this spot, this area up here. See what we can get away with. This is pretty nuts. I could scale down one of these guys, like the bottom part of one of them, since it's just gonna be shadowed. But there's not an extra polygon that goes across here for me to actually downscale it equally. So it kind of distort one triangle and the other triangle would it'd be more noticeable. So let's not do that. What is this song? I can't find it. Ah, there it is. Prism. Okay, where do we put this guy? If it was flipped, I could probably squeeze it on there. But this, no, it's still the wrong way too. I really I really don't want to use this space here. I kind of want to leave it for the hair. I can do 3 unique strands. This actually fits on there really well. Damn. Well, a little bit of edit needed, but pretty good. I'm done. Is the top part in the center there? Yeah. I wonder if I can pull this guy off here. Not bad. I'd be able to do this one here. This is gonna get shoveled over to the right side anyways. I could kind of squeeze these guys in here. Pick off our island. And we'll distort them a little bit. Make them fit. Oh my god. I set it to the red channel somehow. I have no idea how. I've hit that shortcut before and I'm always like, I don't know how to do that. Alright, that room's okay. Not bad. I wish this area was a little larger, but whatever. It's good use of UV space, I think. Air hog. What the fuck, you guys? Alright, let's see if we can get Peter on here. Let's hope our frame rate doesn't get totally shitty. We're at 20 frames per. I gotta figure that out, man. I don't know. We used to get way better frame rate even with all these programs open, so I'm not sure why exercise kind of crapping on our 48 frames that we used to have. We're getting like 30, 25. I wonder. Actually, do I even have that set up for the dual call? Let's check it. Sort of. Alright, so if we delete the stuff that is on there, and we'll just do this easy. So we'll select these guys and those guys, and we'll use a little plugin here that I made, and we'll select the polygons, and we're gonna delete them, which means really just separate. And now, oops, we have our unique UVs, and then these guys are gonna be our mirrored UVs. But I moved them out of the way so that we could separate the other guys, so they're kind of like in the wrong spot. So we're gonna delete those guys. Okay. Pair this thing again. Deselect the parts that we want, and we want it that we already kept, and we're actually just gonna delete them. My mouse shortcut stopped working. That sucks. And I guess we'll go from here. But not the inside, I believe. Yeah, it's just that inside part. Okay. So delete that. Now we have our mirrored stuff that we'll put this red material on. And then our unique stuff. Yep, that'll work. Excellent. I'm gonna save for 5. Wow, Harley, really? It's like it's pretty big on the screen. The finished shield. Yeah, so enemy did a bakeout of a whole bunch of different passes, light passes, normal mapping, mid occlusion, all those things. And he sent me a share, which I don't know the link. I closed the Explorer that had those images open yesterday, but I can show you the Zbrush for it. Right in here somewhere. Aha. Scale this up for you guys. So here's the gauntlet. If you weren't here for the gauntlet either, we finished the gauntlet for her right arm, which she uses to throw her spear, or to attack with her spear, I should say. I guess she doesn't throw it. And then here's the shield, with just kind of like a half bronze kind of metal material on it. So we did a whole bunch of bakeouts for that with the bronze and different bronzes, different metals, different meta caps that capture the shadows a little bit better. And this one does a really good job, so we'll probably use this in combination with other things and then paint on top of it. But it'll give us a really nice start and capture, you know, a lot of those self-shadowing sections here too that really bring out the little creeps, little dire creeps out. And we'll have to simplify it a little bit as we bring it into the game, because it's gonna be a much smaller texture, right? Oh yeah, we battle scarred the crap out of it. Harley, you'll sub if we do a set for Windrunner. What happened to the sub when we did the Lone Druid? What happened then, man? Not the whole half. We actually did something clever with the mirror on this section. Yeah, I'll show you. So this inside part, whoop, this is unique, and then see this red part on the outside? It mirrors just this section out here. All this out here is going to be mirrored down, I guess the middle point, wherever that is on here. So that's how we're able to keep the inside that you see here on our screen capture. This will be different or unique on the texture, even though we're going to be baking this onto this side. When we do the texture, I can actually detail it or light it differently or put extra scars on it. You know, any of those things will work out. And also the center is not mirrored either, just this part. Yep. You did something? This set just never came out? I know, it's still on hold, huh? Brand new smooth material. Oh, you're talking about like the middle section? Like right in here? Yeah, this whole thing here, we're gonna duplicate it in Zbrush. And then we already did actually, and then rotated it and, well, mirrored it and put it on this section. And then we'll color it a little bit different, you know, with the gradient going down and everything, and maybe a little bit different damage. Maybe I'll make the faces a little different so that maybe the guys down here read like a little more like radiant dudes instead of dire dudes. I don't know, we'll see what we can do with Photoshop when we get to the texture for that. But I was not gonna sit there and sculpt both sides, we had to move on. Alright, so the strap's done. What can we do? The loincloth or the helmet? Let's just go with the helmet. Alright, this is actually pretty far ahead. Forgot how much we did on this. I'm just gonna emphasize a little bit of these guys, a bit more. Some parts, not everywhere. But, we're still in symmetry mode, so anything that I'm doing right now is getting mirrored to the other side. When we start doing the battle damage to the front of the face, then we'll turn it off. I just want to get the line work a little bit nicer here. And I'll probably clean this up on the other side since from this line down, it's going to be unique. From this line over, it's going to be mirrored. So yeah, we'll probably change one of these sides so that that little bit of detail is different. Bit of a wrinkle there with the metal. Pretty nice. Smaller brush here. I also want to emphasize the mallet kind of metallic feel here. Throw some lines on there and blur them out. Oh yeah, and I wanted to add another bit of metal wrinkle back here. We'll split it out. Ego, welcome to the stream. And the top of the helmet is actually going to be mirrored, so I'm going to be careful with anything we do up here. Turn down our sensitivity a little bit on our brush. I don't have to be as careful as I'm drawing these guys out. Alright. Zero wireframe. And yeah, our unique stuff goes through here. And also stops there, well on this side. So all this side over here, it's gotta stay the same. So, I mean, we're not really gonna be baking or, you know, capturing it from our bakes. So we don't really have to worry about it. We could turn off the symmetry and just start drawing excess on this stuff, the stuff that's gonna get we don't need, but I don't know, make our file look kind of bad since it looks so pretty already since we symmetrized everything else. So maybe we won't do that this time. We usually do. But okay, symmetry's off. Yeah, alright. So doing some damage on the front. So the first thing I want to do is make sure we have this nice big little scar running up this line. So we hide the seam a little bit, just in case that the seam gets it's a pain in the ass for whatever reason. Just happens sometimes with specular lighting and engines. Let's just slash this out pretty good here. On this a little bit. Such a good angle here. And we actually don't want to go right down the middle. Then it'll show up or get cut off from the other side. We actually have to do it on the right side, the unique side of things, and have the edge of the sky actually on the middle or on the edge loop. I'm gonna do it this way. Now that's just to let us know where the line's gonna be and where we need to do our scar. With another subdivision, I'll start adding a lot more detail and we'll make it fatter and wider. So yeah, like the default scar, I guess, for 300 or for most cliche things is like having the scar going right through there, right? I don't think we're gonna do that. Let's do something else. Not a bad start. And we'll make it carry through to up here by the framework. Oops. I want to go all the way down to the edge. I want to make it feel a little bit more realistic. Alright, and our other line, let's do a little bit of a seam line there. Let's do a scratch going up here somewhere. Oops. And maybe this one carries through to the bottom a tiny bit, so across here, across the cheekbone. Okay. And the other side we don't have those, so we can get, when we put symmetry back on, past this line and past this line, we can start doing some other stuff, but we want to go over or have a scar that goes this way and crosses both of those sections, because then we mess up our mirroring over here. Right. What is it? Smooth? No, let's go with polish. 3. I'll make this a little more interesting. Having some of these guys change direction across the top part there. Instead of just like continuously similar slash change it up a bit here. And that this part joins the framework, we're gonna push that stuff in like it got battered, and then maybe part of it came off, so we'll use our build up brush here and maybe cut some of these sections out. Like maybe this part will make it thicker since we have unique UVs for it. Make a nice little ambient occlusion section there for us. If it's that little, it's gonna create stronger line work for us. You'll notice that in the bacon from far away. And now the framework, we can also be unique with it. Alright, let's space out the other slash. The one that's hiding both scenes.
Lost in time and loving in the dark. Who needs light when we're among the stars?
Bit of a flatter flash. And with this guy, I'm gonna push it a lot flatter.
Lost in
How you doing over there, Abyss? You have you're all set up with those arrows? Biz is gonna start working on the Q ability effect that we're gonna replace for our Legion Commander, and we're thinking of adding like a lot more arrows to the Q spell, and also we'll be replacing the arrow and a little bit of the hit effect, make it really, really nice and different, and in the style of our hero, of course. Touching up the model. The arrow itself?
lost in time and loving in the dark. Who needs light when we're among the stars?
Hey, what's up, UI? Welcome back. Alright, I think I'm gonna patch this up a little bit, just so that it's different from the other side. I wasn't sure we were gonna be able to do unique stuff for the cheek, but we were, so gonna patch this up. And we'll do its own unique damage in a bit. Alright, pretty okay. Yeah, new arrow for sure. We'll worry about what the final arrow is gonna look like later. But yeah, you can modify it a little bit for now, see, just so we know so it looks different. And then we'll actually finish the design for the arrow. Okay. For this part. Patch it up a little bit as well. See you later, Pink Ninja. Have a good night.
See your face in the crowd, but you don't seem so far away. Nothing between us is empty space.
Like I need to flatten this area more. I think we'll be able to see it a bit better in game. Little by little. 3D modeling nerd. Hey man, welcome. What is that EY, the singing? Yeah, sometimes it's like, they could have done without that. Okay, a lot of the time. A larger brush. Oh man. Pretty modeling nerd. What makes Zbrush better than Mudbox? It just has a lot more functions. It's been developed, I guess, a lot more into, I guess, everything really than Mudbox. I actually started with Mudbox, but I found all the brushes and all the different selection tools and hiding and the micro detail. I mean, Mudbox does a lot of those things, but I just felt back when I switched that Zbrush just was expanding on it way faster than Mudbox was. Mudbox I felt was doing a little bit of catch up on a lot of things. I haven't used Mudbox in a long time, so I don't know how much closer they are than when I switched. But I just really like the materials and the brushes and all the different tools that Zbrush offered. Even though the UI was a lot better for me in Modbox, because I knew Photoshop really well, so transferring, like learning Modbox was a lot easier. That's one of a little bit of the daunting things with Zbrush, is getting used to the way the 2.5D stuff works and the UI, right? Leave that a little bit rough. I don't want it to be a complete bevel. I'm gonna smooth it out and just leave those guys as they are. Looks pretty alright. Zbrush? Yeah, you can retopo stuff in Zbrush, and even the new Zbrush, I understand, has a lot, even more tools that help you do your retopo stuff easier. I haven't tried it out yet, unfortunately, though, but I heard it's pretty neat. Alright, let's see, how's the front looking? Okay, okay. Now, if we look at our line, with the only damage here, it can't carry over to the other side, otherwise it's going to carry through our mirrored section over here. So whenever we do some slashes, we cannot go over the line, unless we want it on the other side, and then at that point we want mirroring on, but we took off symmetry for now. We'll make, I think, a thick slash here by the cheek. I think it needs something to counter the slash going the other direction on the eyebrow. Then we turn on symmetry, and then we can do a slash a little bit that continues through here. Oh, come on, man. Look at the other side, turn off our wireframe. You can see that right there. Kills off before it gets into the mirroring section. And then over here it actually goes all the way through. But if you're looking for the front, we're heading the seams really, really well. .3D modeling. No, I actually already have the low polygon created, and that's what I use to bring it into Zbrush. So all I really need to do, we can just bake pretty much after we're done with our Zbrush. We don't need to retopo anything. Whoa, whoa. What did I do? Symmetry is on. Just take that off. We're working on some of these pieces. I want to make this a lot thicker here. Maybe crack a little bit of the armor. bend it and whatnot.
You so fine, walking by, making some night. Trying to live by your side and spend the night. But I'm caught in the zone, so take me home. But when we're done having fun, then I'm missing home.
Oh, we're just gonna push this metal a little bit out. Maybe a little bit bigger brush on the bottom than the top. And smooth out the backside, the other side of this new little bulging metal. Clipping some of the edges of the helmet. We would need extra polygons to really make the holes large, and we're out of polygons, especially like we're actually searching for polygons so we can do more of the hair stuff. So unfortunately I can't do like large like V cuts into it. I would love to. Maybe we can do it with LOD 0, but we're gonna be building like, even with these guys, after we bake them out, like say we want to make like a bigger B they're missing, we bake it like this, and then for LOD 0 we would jump onto the low poly. And what we could do for that section alone is do a little bit of you know, given that we have the extra polygons for that, but we can go in there and do this kind of stuff, right? And then fix the UV there a little bit, but then we have that. And even at that point, we still kind of grab these guys and maybe pulling up a bit. Don't distort it too much, but enough that, you know, it creates that little extra bit. And we have done that before, it works really nice. So yeah, we can always revisit those sections on LED 0 for some nicer detail for the avatar view of the model and when you zoom in. But yeah, man, it's a good idea. What's up, Neezy? What do I mean by baking down? Is where we transfer all this detail into our in-game texture and normal maps. So it fakes all this detail inside the game engine. That's what we're talking about. Whoops. Alright, trim. A little bit too big. I didn't actually mean that to be one of those eye things. That what I was just bitching about. What up, Gasern? Something? Sorry, I missed the rest of your name. So yeah, maybe I'm gonna close it down a little bit closer to the top here. I wanted to grab too much attention. Let's save our work. Gassaman, that's your name. Thank you, dude. Appreciate it. Another name for extracting? The baking? I don't know. I haven't really heard it or Yeah, I don't think I've heard extracting for the baking of textures before. Oh, wait. We're not supposed to be working in that area right now. Just on the unique sections first. Then we'll go back to all the symmetrized. We can pull one of these guys out a little bit more. We're unique here.
Breathe me into the light. Slowly heal the darkness in my heart. I hear you now. A taste was all I needed. I feel your love, loud and clear to the end. It's you and me. I'll follow you to the end. I'll follow you to the end.
Casaman, do I do this professionally? Yes, I do, sir. How long I've been doing it, and the places that I've worked at, and a whole bunch of other questions can be answered if you scroll down and check out our FAQ. Anything that's not on there, I'll gladly answer, man. No worries. Probably gonna need something up here. Throw a couple tests on here. I don't think I want to go like in the opposite direction again. Maybe? Did we? Maybe a little flatter. Kind of nice, but better brush stroke, I think. Worst time to save every time. Yeah, that kind of works. Not too bad, not too bad. Work on this a little bit better. Quick little test first. I'll make this guy nice and large.
Breathe me into the light. Slowly.
Which subjects or school-wise things did I have to learn to do this stuff? Well, like Warder was saying, I didn't go to school for any digital stuff at all. I've just did art-related projects and art courses, like all through high school and I guess the rest of my life. Really did art forever. So I learned to transfer my classical art skills over to digital format. I started with a really old program, freeware programs. It was called Milkship 3D. That's also an FAQ. But yeah, the 1 year that I was in college, I was taking like live drawing classes and 3D imaging classes, sculpture, things like that. The live drawing classes were probably the most useful for the anatomy studies. The rest of them didn't really help me at all for digital stuff whatsoever. Checking on my symmetry. And we're gonna put a lot less damage as we go farther towards the back. She's like a head-on, frontline kind of soldier. So, way more damage in the front. That works.
Chase the wind and touch the sky. A star's light shines on long after it dies. Oh,
Hey Steve, what's what's up, man?
live every day as if it's your last. All memories been bright like beacons of the past. Oh,
Dude, Earthshaker can be such a jerk. I've seen Earthshakers just like snowball like crazy. And then they just go around, you know, ulting and they're just destroying people by themselves. You guys came back? What hero were you? You wish toxic people were punished more? Dude, Steven, I agree with you completely. Gonna show the whole model for a second? Yeah, we don't have everything. Like, I hit a whole bunch of stuff on here. Like, here, I'll show you the screen grab of our shield. A little small on your screen, I guess. It's larger. That's our Aegis that we're doing for her shield. We're gonna be making new animations for her as well. There's the gauntlet that we finished as well in Zbrush. And we have her cape, which we already baked and we kind of like just started texturing. Here's the cape over here. Do some alpha, desaturation, some weathering on it. And yeah, the rest of our low poly stuff. And a bunch of other testings that I was doing. Let's minimize this. Go back to Zbrush. Oh, well, here's the gauntlet. I guess I didn't hide the gauntlet. Alright, let's see what other kind of damage we can do on her. We'll do some chips and nicks and hits, not just slashes. We're doing our slashes first right now, and then we'll worry about the other stuff. But since we're in the mirror mode, we're gonna just work on this section, see what else we can do here. We're still doing slashes, I guess. And we're gonna tone them down a little bit. We don't get too crazy now. If any of these guys need to line up with the unique stuff, and nothing really comes across, so we're in a good place. We consider doing some dents here and there. And we'll flatten that out. Some of these dents actually happen with the slash at the same time. Open that up. Time for a meeting. Enjoy your meeting, man. Survive the meeting. How much do the character design teams fight when you model? Do they change your work a lot, or do your work doesn't transition to 3D well? You're talking about like the concept designers, like the concept art. So if that's what you're talking about. The concept art's first, and then you are modeling off of the concept art. And as you're working on it, you should have your lead come by and check on your work, make sure that it's transitioning okay to the 3D model. Or if it's just not working for the 3D model, then you have to redesign things on the go. The character artist and the art director will take care of that, or they have the concept artist draw something else up so that it works for the 3D for whatever section is that has problems on it. So yeah, it really depends on the team and the way that it's set up. No worries, man. Shouldn't there be less scratches on the left side where she holds her shield? Well, the shield doesn't really, I guess, wouldn't cover her head all that much. The shield is mostly for her body, which is unarmored for the most part. But yeah, these are more like small ones, you know, like arrows, swords, you know, spears. Yeah, I don't think she would have necessarily less with the side of her shield. I mean, you have to do something huge on the left side and then nothing on the right side. I mean, we already have, you know, we're covering our bases with some of the big slashes already. I probably want to make one of these guys maybe larger, or it'll chip more paint away or something, or I don't know. This three feel a little close in size, so yeah, maybe the middle one needs to be a little harsher. Instead of using another slash tool, maybe we'll just eat away at this. Whoa, take off symmetry, take off symmetry. Oh my god, really? Okay. Getting way nicer little darkness there. Get nicer. This guy we haven't really touched up at all, so let's work on it a little bit. A lot less polygons up here too, but we don't want to put too much damage up here anyways. We're gonna open up here a little bit. Flatten that area out. Another thing that I want to play around with is when we get closer to finishing this up, I don't know, we can make maybe an alpha, do a little bit of like maybe color spray on, but have to be really small pixels for it. Round ones, round alpha. Not crazy about these. I should just freehand even like some of the small detail, if it's not has to be like a whole bunch of leather, but we want to give it the kind of old metal that has been eaten up, you know. You start adding all these little circles throughout. Are the hours as bad as they say? 70 hours a week, no life. Yes, they are, Vince says. What's up, Vince? Check my Skype. Also, nice Vader. Thanks, buddy. Let's see, where's my Skype at? All the Nature Prophet stuff is updated. Yep. Sounds good, Vince. Thank you. And yeah, I mean, the hours really don't matter at all. I mean, when I first got started with the first studio, like in-house studio job, I slept at the studio like 3 times a week for a very long time. Wake up in the morning, you know, I'd be on the couch and 2 chairs. I mean, any configuration you can think of sleeping in a studio, I've done it. It is pretty insane, man. Under the desk, under the pool table, 2 chairs put together, couch, cushions on the desk, half chair, half desk. Yeah, I mean, most of the time they won't force you to be at the studio a crazy amount of hours. You know, but if you want to make something like super amazing and keep learning and expand your skills, and it's out of love, you end up spending quite a bit of time in the studio. Yeah, deadlines will impact that, but also, I mean, you know, if you have a decent lead and a project manager, they will just scale back on things instead of having, you know, destroying their artists. And then if the artists are really, they really love the project and where they work, they'll just come in and do extra stuff to get, you know, really make the game even cooler. So, many different things go on in the studio environment. Deadlines are a fallacy most of the time. Every time that if you crunch, the event deadline, etc., was delayed or cancelled. Yeah. Yeah, sometimes production is just not great, and they have their artists crunch for shit that they end up messing up or that they actually didn't need to crunch on, but just so that stuff looks good on paper. And yes, I mean, it really depends on production sometimes. But not every studio has stupid issues like that. Just a lot of them. There. Yep. Possible to have a family and work in the industry? Absolutely, dude. Absolutely.
Sometimes when nothing's going right, I wish that I could go back in time. Tonight I feel the tides moving, and this is bigger than me. Now I need to breathe.
Sure does, man. Sure does. Where our mirror's at, right about there. Okay. Oops. I'm just gonna do slight flashes here, more not really damage, but more of like wear and tear. You know, she dropped the helmet somewhere, she's been carrying it around whenever they're not in battle. You know, just little bits that'll show up when you're, you know, really close up on the character, on the avatar maybe. For a loading screen. Things like that. Let's make this cut over here, maybe over here. This whole metal got kind of broken up. Where's the symmetry on right now? No. Okay. Let's actually make it a lot larger. That's actually noticeable from far away. Now remember not to go micro on the detail. This is for dotes. Is it common to get a job off of your reel and giving you the time to move out there? Dot dot dot. Hey Xenon, what's up, buddy? Where's a good place to move to the US for work? Well, you'd want to move first and then look for work. You want to find your studio and then have them pay for some of the moving expenses if you can, if not all of them. So yeah, I mean, it's a little more difficult if you're not from the country that you're trying to move to. You know, you might not have, I mean, if you're new to the industry on top of that, you might not have the experience to ask for more of those things. So, yeah. But if you're looking at like just places with a lot of game studios, there's actually a map. I forget the link for it, but I'm sure you can Google and find it. There's a map of where all the game studios in the world are at, and that might give you a good idea. You know, places like Seattle, San Francisco, LA, off the top of my head. Toronto, Canada. GameDevMap.com. Oh, is that it? Awesome. There you go. Having 3D skills as a web designer is definitely a plus if you're searching for work in the industry as well. Having any other skill than what you're applying for is going to be a huge plus when they bring you in for an interview. Anytime that they can use somebody in something else besides their expertise is super beneficial. Because then you're not sitting idle, or they don't have to find something for you. You can usually find something for yourself. Yeah, way more productive team member. Not only that, but you also understand how a lot of the other things of the game work together. So it could actually benefit your work and make it better. The more you know about everything, I mean, it's gonna help your own little capsule of in the game studio, right? Graduating in a month, being thrown into the wolves. Yeah, when you're getting started, man, it's the ocean looks like a really, really big place. But honestly, man, like the gaming industry, it's a pretty small world, man. Like you'll meet a lot of people through your career that you'll see in other studios, and a lot of other people know. You know, it's way smaller than people think. Oh crap, symmetry. There we go. That is so true, Val. It's so true. A lot of not only artists but programmers, you know, game designers, whatever. A lot of those people actually move around quite a bit from studio to studio. So yeah, your network grows really, really fast. I mean, I worked at in-house at 2 large studios, and from those 2 studios, I actually worked with some of the same people. I mean, for one, I actually brought some of those people across later on to our other studio, because I spoke up. I was like, hey man, if you were looking for somebody, grab this guy. You know, this guy's amazing. And then other people do the same thing, and they tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends, and they tell 2 friends. I actually don't like that line. Composition skills are super important, from color theory to sculpting, composition, etc. Yeah, I mean, live drawing, for example, is gonna help you tremendously if you're a sculptor, right? For a character artist or a concept artist. All those things actually transfer over and will help you out tons. Especially if you move on to making like beauty renders or screenshots, things like that. Composition comes a very long way, which you pick up from doing, you know, 2D illustrations and classical art, stuff like that. Or painting. A lot of different skills come together. Manny, Star Ladder 12 ticket includes only this ladder set. What about your amazing items? So the hero bundles are on hold right now. We are thinking that it's because of the Source 2 stuff that happened. We actually started those hero bundles before Source 2 got announced and all that stuff. So we're thinking that, you know, what Valve posted on their blogs, we're gonna have to wait for those since we have so many special effects for all our things. So we're holding out on those, and for Star Ladder Season 12, we helped Star Ladder put together and find some sets from around the workshop, and we talked to all the artists and kind of overlooked that whole process. So hopefully we can put that stuff out soon. Yeah, we'll put it on Facebook whenever that if it goes through and it happens, and yeah, we'll tell you guys. We'll update you. Yeah, go for it. Thank you. You can push your portfolio on the chat. Go for it. Alright guys, I'm gonna take a short break here. Gonna go, I still got a bit of a drink there, but yeah, I'll take a bio break. Put the dog outside. Staring at me right now. Very, very dark eyes. And when we come back, we'll keep detailing the crap out of this helmet. It's already reading pretty well from a distance. Maybe some more, no, we don't really want to do slashes at the top, but maybe a couple of more like wear and tear things here and there, some bumps, a little bit of scrapes. No damage near the top. We don't want to put damage up there. But for this other stuff, it's looking pretty good. Yeah, see, with this material, the lighting pass on this is going to look really, really nice in those bigger slash sections. And then in Photoshop, we can emphasize them, emphasize the smaller ones, and you know, make sure that it all reads in game when we get to that stage. But yeah, this is looking pretty okay so far. And then also we'll do that little pass of the aging that you start seeing there with those little bumps. I really like how those guys look. And not so much on that material. Actually, there's a good material here. Where is it? Those guys come out. No, not that one. No, that's way too metallic. I don't know where it's at. But anyways, let's start seeing what I'm talking about a little bit. Yeah, maybe we'll make some of the little circles a little bit larger, but these are starting to read really nice. A little bit of the difference, a little bit of the fading from larger ones to smaller ones into the middle where we don't really want them. We want those guys to be more on the edge of the edges of things, and a little bit in the front. Maybe I'll clean up here a little bit, but maybe bigger ones across there, and we'll emphasize a little bit of those sections with them. Be alright? Hi guys, we'll be right back. Stay tuned.